All right, hello and welcome. This is Doyle Buehler, and this is part of my 30,000 word challenge. I'm writing a new business book about digital marketing, digital strategy, and this one is intended, this is my second book, and this one's intended for businesses that want to be able to disrupt their industry, and you don't necessarily need to be a tech startup, from Silicon Valley or wherever the case may be. So this is a writing project, like I said, so every day I'll be describing some of the content that I've written, and hopefully it will be helpful to you and your business along the way as well. So today what I wanted to talk about was this concept of digital entrepreneurship. This is topic number 4, just if you're keeping track. But digital entrepreneurship, you're probably wondering, well, what exactly is that? And I had the exact same questions because I was recently interviewed for a PhD graduate study for digital entrepreneurship. They wanted to ask me some questions, and even though I've sort of been in the industry for like 15 years in e-commerce and online and that sort of thing, the term actually still caught me off surprise. It's like, well, what is a digital entrepreneur? And my thoughts immediately came down to, well, is that a good title? Is that something that you want to be known for? And what I discovered throughout this interview was that it really implies the fact that you've got some skills, you've got some knowledge, some awareness of how these digital tools fit together. And in today's day and age, after all, we are in the 21st century, it's really important that you take these tools and you understand all these different tools and all these different platforms and how to put them together. So, if you have a website, are you a digital entrepreneur? Yeah, well, obviously. But, what else can you do towards, developing that? And that's kind of where my whole concept of digital leadership, not my concept, but the concept of digital leadership comes into play is, what are you doing to sort of build a better platform, to build a better experience, to build a better business for you and your company and the other things that you do as well. So it comes down to deciding that, hey, not necessarily something to be aspiring towards, but something that you can say, I need to be able to organize myself. I need to be able to get my business in order. And that's kind of where, things have kind of gone off the rails a little bit, is because there's the celebrity entrepreneurs and the celebrities and the entrepreneurs and that sort of thing. So we're kind of taken in by all this, I don't know what you'd call it, this reality that's based on celebrity, and it's based on, celebrity entrepreneurs and that sort of thing. So we kind of need to cut through that and say, what is the real business here that you're trying to develop and that you're trying to grow and sustain, or whatever the case may be. So take, those terms out of the way and say, are you actually developing a business, or are you an online business? And I know it's just semantics, but if you look at how I phrase those, like business online is different than online business in my mind. Okay, so if you're business online, you're really building that structure, that infrastructure that says, I'm conducting business, right? Business is where things are at. So that is your focus. Whereas if it's online business, and again, business online business, it's can be considered significantly different. It's like, I'm just there, I'm going to put up a shop, I'm going to sell a few products, see how it goes. If I make some money, great. If not, I'll try something else. Or, no offense to personal coaches, but your feed is usually flooded with, do you want to make 6 figures and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, well, that can help in certain cases, but to me, it's limited in what you're actually able to do. So it's more of an online business. There hasn't been a sort of a thought process to say, I'm here for long term, I'm going to build my business, right? My business is over here. So I'm doing business and it's online, whereas, it's not just an online business, it's more than that, is kind of what I'm trying to say. So, obviously, again, terminology is not that important, but I think fundamentally it's the mindset that is to say, are you building a business, or are you building something short? Do you want an overnight success? Do you want to just fill your bank account? And if you do, hey, great, go for it, right? But if you're trying to build something with as a legacy, something with, power, something that can, get you places, or whatever your vision of your company is, then you have to look at the business side of things as opposed to the online side. And obviously they're connected, don't get me wrong, but look at how can you actually focus that process and build that ecosystem, build that digital leadership. And then that's kind of where you can take digital entrepreneurship. And again, it doesn't really matter what people call you or what you do, it's just a matter that you're doing it. And that's the fundamental question. But it's that mindset, it's that mind shift that says, hey, I want to build a business. And yes, it's going to take me some time. And yes, it's going to take me a lot of work to be able to get there. But I'm not building a flash in the pan, right? And somebody else can do that. That's not for me. And if you're doing that, fantastic, good on you. But I'm here to build a business. And I can imagine that probably 80%, 90% of businesses out there, they want to build a business, right? They want something with stability. They want to produce something that's good, that feels good for them and their audience. And consider that as sort of that mindset when you talk about things. So I think that was really the main points about that. So again, look at leadership. Look at, trying to avoid celebrity entrepreneurs or just celebrities. Is that a business? I would have to say no. They're obviously capitalizing on that, and that, I think there's a term for that. It's called an opportunist. Nothing wrong with that if that works for you, but look at how you can actually build the business side of it. And that's really sort of how I believe that you can start to create this disruption for your business using the digital space to your advantage. So that's pretty much it. So thank you for listening. As I've said before, this is a continuing series where I kind of go over some of the content that I'm producing for the book that I've written on a daily, bi-daily basis and that sort of thing. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, your feedback. Let me know if it's good, if it's some good ideas, if it's helpful, if it's not, that sort of thing. So follow along on my Facebook blog, my LinkedIn articles, or you can go to disruptors.digital and sign up, and then I'll be able to email you specific updates and that sort of thing in this process. So thanks again for listening. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you online.